Hey guys, what's up? It's munclesonkey and welcome to the top 10 Slayer tasks that you can get in Runescape. So in this video we're going to be going over what I personally feel are the 10 best Slayer tasks, and of course this is open to debate and that is what the comment section is for, but these are 10 tasks that you can get from Cyrodiil that you cannot go wrong with any of them. Of course some of the tasks have requirements, whether it's quests or a high Slayer level or something like that. However, that's what this game is all about, working towards unlocking those cool things that you get at higher levels. So we're going to get into my top 10 Slayer tasks. Feel free to debate what order you think they should be in, but I really feel like you can't go wrong with any of these 10 and you should be super excited no matter which one of these you get and be fully ready to do it. So number 10 on my list is going to be Dark Beast. Cyrodiil only assigns these at level 90 Slayer, but once you get that, oh boy, is this a rewarding task. The XP rate is 150 to 160k. Of course, you're only going to reach that rate with level 90 weapons, so a bit lower. All of these XP rates are going to be with 90 weapons, so if you have 80 weapons or so, just lower the XP rates by about 10-15k XP per hour and you should be about good. But if Dark Beasts are number 10 on my list with this incredible XP, you gotta know some really good tasks are coming in the future. But every time I get Dark Beasts, I'm just ready for some serious Slayer gains over about the next half an hour. These are great, take a while too, they take about half an hour, so they're not one of those really short tasks. Those are kind of annoying. But yeah, you just pretty much go ham on these with either range or mage and get really good XP for doing so. Number 9 is a Slayer task that I only started doing recently, and they haven't really been in the game for all that long, but Nihils were updated a couple months ago to be much faster spawns and a lot more of them spawn, so it's a really good task now. The XP rate isn't amazing, it's 100 to 110k Slayer XP per hour, which is still very good, but it's definitely one of the lowest Slayer XP rates on this list. But the reason why they made the list is not only are they pretty decent combat XP, over 200k range or mage or whatever you're using per hour, but they're also very good money, around over 4 mil an hour, even if you just target the Ice Nihils, because they drop a ton of Lantideme seeds, man, and those Lantideme seeds really add up over a while. Anyway, number 9 Nihils, mostly on this list just because of how quick of a task it is, really easy to do, and how good money it is. The next task on this list is going to be Abyssal Demons. They require 85 Slayer for Cyrodiil to assign them, and you can also kill them in the Slayer Tower and get a bit of bonus XP from those contracts, bit of bonus money or extra combat XP if you want as well. The reason why I chose Abyssal Demons is they're pretty good money, around 2 mil an hour or so if you bank the ashes, around 1.5 mil an hour if you don't. Also a very good XP rate, as you can see, 155 to 170k. Also, a lot of people have those Abyssal masks, which means you can get a free Abbey Demon task every single day, which means you can expect some really good Slayer XP every single day. Also, you can use Darklight against them, which is always cool as well. Number 7 on this list is a Slayer task I really have a soft spot in my heart for, because I used to camp these all the time way back in the day of 2012. But anyway, the XP rate on these is very good. Ganadormic Beast, 95 Slayer to kill them, but you can expect about 145 to 160k Slayer an hour. The only reason they're so low on this list is because of the very high Slayer level requirement. Also, Cyrodiil does not assign very many of them as a task. They're a great monster to camp for money, but as a task, not so great because Cyrodiil doesn't assign very many of them. But they're also about 3.5 to 4 mil an hour if you're killing them efficiently, and just holding down these two spawns right here at the southwest area of the Ganos, you can kill them really fast. Number 6 is a task that improved a lot recently with the God Wars Dungeon fast spawn instances, and that is killing Avian seeds with the Armadillo boss in God Wars Dungeon. The XP rate, about 140-150k Slayer an hour. Also very good range XP, over 400k range an hour, and even a little bit AFKable, if I can admit that. Overall, you can get lucky on this task and make a lot, but it really does depend on luck, because Armadillo's drops aren't so hot unless you get an item. Then it's a little better than hot, more like lukewarm, really. But anyway, I really enjoyed this task a lot myself. Doesn't take too long because Cyrodiil doesn't assign too many of the Avian seeds, and Armadillo boss spawns really fast now, so you can get the task over without taking too much time. Number 5 is probably going to be the most controversial task on this list, mainly just for having it so high when the XP is so bad. But yeah, as you can look at the XP rate, about 20 to 25k XP per hour. Not great charms either, but the main reason QBD for Black Dragon tasks is so high on this list is because QBD is so much better with the Slayer Helm bonus. You pretty much have 100% accuracy because you hit so often on her. As long as you have her on the task, you get that 14% extra accuracy and damage, and it just makes QBD so worth doing, in my humble opinion. Make around 7 mil an hour doing QBD, and it's kind of hard to make that much money an hour unless you have a really good group of PVM friends that you can go with to bosses all the time. But I personally love QBD tasks just because it's great money. Doesn't take too long, even though Cyrodiil can assign up to 80 or 90 Black Dragons, you can still get it done in around 2 to 3 hours usually for Black Dragon tasks. And yeah, make sure you're doing that QED for Black Dragon task, making that money. It's not very good XP, but it's worth it in the long run when you need that money for buyable skills and such. The next task on this list is simply this high because of the amazing XP rate. Water Fiends can be absolutely incredible XP, up to 185k XP if using a Steel Titan. The reason why this is so high on my list is because for me personally, this is the best Slayer rate I'm getting. For Slayer tasks, I don't get any tasks higher than 185k Slayer an hour, and you're not going to either unless you power slay. So for the non-power Slayer, this is the fastest XP rate in the game. Absolutely love getting this task. Also, since Kuradel assigns a fair amount of them, up to 250 I believe, this task does last quite a while. It's also really great to use your familiarization triple charms while on this task, and you do the task in about 30 minutes or so, so most of the time you can get a Slayer helm bonus while getting triple charms, so that's always a really good combo to put these two together. But every time I get Water Fiends, I get excited, and that doesn't happen with a whole lot of tasks, so they are number 4. My number 3 best Slayer task is my beloved Celery Dragons. Now, I really struggle with putting this or Water Fiends at number 3. I eventually settled with Celery Dragons for 2 reasons. First of all, they're much better money than Water Fiends. You can make around 3 mil an hour factoring in Visages, maybe a little bit more. Water Fiends cap at about 1 mil an hour, even if you're picking up all of their decent drops. So the money there isn't great. Money at Celeries is at least decent. The XP rate is definitely worse, and the charms are worse, but they are comparable to Water Fiends, and also it's a much longer task, so you get to stay at this task, camp, and rack in that XP for longer than you do with Water Fiends, so that's why it's number 3. Also, Kuradel just gives me these things all the time. If you're watching my Road to 120 Slayer series, I get Celestial Dragons probably at least 20% of the time when I'm getting a task. It's ridiculous, but I don't mind it because they're great. So my number 2 task on this list is going to be Erits, and one thing that I really couldn't figure out is how could I put Erits lower than number 2, and I couldn't think of a good reason to do it. Erits are so good, one of the best combat XP rates in the entire game, also extremely good money with their consistent Erit drops, and root items you're going to make 4 mil an hour no matter what you're doing, and you don't have to be lucky like you do at Celestial Dragons. These are about the same XP rate as Celestial Dragons, a bit worse charms, but the money is so much better and the combat XP is quite a bit better too, that Erits have to be number 2 over my beloved Celery Dragons. What could be better than this perfect task? You're gonna have to wait a few seconds to find out. Number 1 is a Slayer task that was only very recently added to the game, actually less than 24 hours within the upload date of this video, but boy, were we not disappointed. Glaciers finally became a task. We were asking for this for so long, and it happened, and they are incredible XP. 190 to 230k Slayer XP per hour. Obviously, since this is a new task, this might change in the future, but still, Glaciers are absolutely amazing, even without the Slayer XP. Incredible magic XP, one of the best ways to train magic in the entire game, the fastest rate of training magic in the entire game once you get good at them. Very good charms, over 100 blue and crimson charms per hour, and oh, did I mention they're also 3 to 4 mil per hour, money-wise, depending on your luck, of course, with the boots. The epitome of a Slayer task, Glaciers. So happy they're in the game, and I personally am super hyped to get some of these tasks in the future. So that is my personal top 10 list for the best Slayer tasks that you can get in the game. Let me know what you guys think of your personal top 10, or what tasks I maybe forgot, or what tasks I should have shuffled around in order. Also, don't forget to let me know what you think the next top 10 should be, and I will be making another list of top 10 in whatever subject you guys would like to see, hopefully soon. That's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, and farewell.
We'll be right back.